Welcome back to Golf Quest, everyone. This is week 2 on the VGA Tour. Thanks for stopping in and checking us out. We're at the Troon Monument Golf Course. Should be a good one. Last week, finished in what appears to be a 10th spot, although the official standings are not finalized yet. I'll bring those to you as soon as they are, hopefully by next week's video. Up on the screen, you'll see my scorecard from round 1. Made lots of birdies. I birdied number 4, 5, 10, 12, and 18. So with my handicap, I shot a total of 3 under in round 1. Adding on my handicap for this week, that brings me to 4 under starting this round. Hit a good solid drive out of the gate here. You can see the backspin is under 3,000. Always want to aim for that. 140 ball speed, which is excellent for me, and it rolls out to almost 280 yards. So an excellent start. Only 90 yards left. Disappointing swing here with my sand wedge. Once again, a pull, so quite a bit off target. Definitely want to be closer than this when you're hitting in with 90 yards. 32 feet for birdie. Yeah, I just snuggle it up there within that 10-foot gimme range, which is the gimme range for the tour. So par to start, and we're off and running. Now my drives this day are going to be hit and miss. I hit some really good drives and then some awkward ones that get me into some trouble. This one should get me into trouble here as it nestles right up behind that big bush. You never know how it's going to come out when that happens. I hit what I thought was a great shot, but the bush definitely hit it. And so it just killed it and left me 47 yards short, 48 yards short. Thought I hit a pretty good one here, but again, a little tug to the right, leaving me just around 20 feet for the par. And unfortunately had good distance control here, but was not able to make it. So drop shot early, drop back to -3. So the result on this swing definitely surprised me. This is a 9-iron. You can see there's almost 10,000 backspin, which is way higher for me than normal. A little bit to the right doesn't surprise me, but only 106 yards with my 9-iron, and I felt like I hit it pretty decent. I think that may have been a misread. The chip was pretty good, almost saved par, but 10 feet 9 inches, so I need to make this for the par. Unfortunately, it comes up 4 inches short, so I drop another shot. Not the start I was looking for. Next hole is an extremely gettable par 5 if you hit a decent drive, and unfortunately I do not. These numbers are just awful. Get a little help there from the dirt, getting it kicked forward, but just terrible. The 3 hybrid I hit next is solid though. Really straight, really hit well. If only my drive had been better, I would have been looking on the green for an eagle. But if only ifs and buts for candy and nuts. I have 86 feet here and hit an excellent chip. It runs up to stay within actually 5 feet, well within the 10 feet gimme zone. Yeah. And I make my first birdie of the day, bringing my season birdie count to 10, but more importantly, bringing my score back to -3 for the tournament. And then I follow it up with just an awful drive, going way left, heading towards the house. And a miracle bounce off of a tree, kicking it back. I would have been in big trouble there, being blocked out, but instead, it kicks back. I have an excellent line into the green. Unfortunately, I pull it, so I don't take full advantage. But considering where my drive is headed, I have to be happy being anywhere on the green.
If you haven't done so already, you'd consider hitting that subscribe button and then find the like button for this video and give that a click too. That'd be amazing. Thanks so much.
So one of the training aids that I have invested in is the orange whip, and I found it really useful when you're on a golf course that doesn't have a driving range and you want to loosen up. It really helps with that. But it is designed to be used on a daily basis as well, which I haven't really done before. So I'm going to start doing that. I'm going to train with the orange whip for 5 minutes each day for the next 30 days to see if it'll help with my golf swing. So stay tuned for that. I'll document my results in a video in about a month's time. Got a chip trying to get it close, and I actually scare the hole a little bit, but run it past the 10 feet friendly zone, and that was disappointing. I've got 13 feet left coming back for par, but I'm able to hole it, so save a big par there and remain at -3. All right, moving on to hole number 7. Another really bad drive here that goes left, bounces off the hard dirt and right into a bush, and once again just rattles around in there. You never know what you're gonna get. Fortunately for me, it comes out perfect, and I don't think that would have happened in real life, but beauty of the simulator. and I put it on the green. You can see I have a leaderboard up there. ZK Noller killing it at minus 23 with his 4 handicap. Way out of reach. When I started this round at minus 4, I thought I would be in contention. But then when I saw those scores coming in, I realized that I am not playing for first, but maybe at best for second. Pull another one here. Continue to miss to the right. Really trying to work on that in my swing with my 7-iron. I'm just trying to chip it back. Hit a really nice chip up here. Just a little right of the hole. Would have had a chance to go in if it was just a little straighter. So I remain at minus 3 through 8. Really short par 4 here, and I hit one of my better drives of the day. Really straight. Great numbers for me. Hit the hard dirt. Bounces forward. A little extra kick. Rolling out to 265, and that was uphill as well. 63 yards left. And, so ugly. The dreaded shank into the side of the net. I was shaky after that one. I didn't know, and I come up a little bit short here. And I'm going to have 13 feet left for the par. Pull a little to the right, so I'm going to drop a shot here. But more importantly, mentally right now, I am shaken. Don't know what happened. Able to rebound though with a decent drive. Just a slight pull, but good numbers there on this drive. Most of the time my 3 hybrid is a pretty reliable club, but not this time. This time a little too much side spin on it, and it's short as well, leaving myself about 37 yards into this green. I just hit my 60 degree here, trying to get it up to stay close. Lands and rolls out. Yeah! Very close, just holds on for the bird. Taking my season birdie count up to 11. And by the way, a little shout out to Kenny S, who left this comment on the channel. I'm going to encourage you by taking the over in total birdies this season. And that was in response to my last video where I asked about the over-under. And at the time I said 50. And it's looking right now after this flurry of birdies this round that it's going to be quite over 50. But we'll see if I hit a drought at some point. 38 feet for birdie, just trying to again snuggle it up there within that 10-foot range and move on. Not a great effort, but it's good enough. Another poor drive here on number 12 in this par 5. But once again, I get a pretty good break from the tree. It goes backwards right onto the fairway. And I have a 3 hybrid that I absolutely hit perfect. And leaving myself just 41 yards to the pin. And from there, it's just, again, my 60-degree wedge. And I just squeeze it within the 10 feet again. It comes back, but holds on. 9 feet, 10 inches. Birdie number 12 of the season. Taking me back to minus 4 for the tournament. Now this drive is way right, headed towards the house, taking a bounce to the house, and then kicks back. And now I'm wondering, uh-oh, what am I going to have? So as I take a look here, this is what I'm looking at. The pin is right behind that post, so I'm aiming just to the left of it. And when I hit this shot, I go up and over the corner. I pulled it a little bit, but it goes up and over the corner, and I actually hit a pretty good shot there. And so once again, I got away with a wayward drive, but I feel like at some point I'm going to run out of lives here if I keep doing that. So just maintain the par through 13, minus 4. Par 3, 192 yards here. It's slightly downhill, so I hit a 6-iron. Just to the right of the green. And then I just chip it up. I actually thought that had a chance, and then it didn't keep breaking. But securely in there with the par. So another par 5 here, and this is where I've done most of my damage with birdies. So looking for another good drive, and I hit one up the right-hand side here, leaving myself about 240 uphill left. I take my 3 hybrid, and I hit a pretty solid one. I'm just trying to race it up there as far as I can, just so I can have a little chip in or a little pitch in, and mission accomplished. I'm going to have about 80 feet left, I just stick my sand wedge, and this one goes a little too far, a little too close for comfort, and I get away with it again. 9 feet 11 inches. That's about the third time that's happened today. The par 4 16th. It's only 256 yards, and I actually contemplated just hitting a 5-iron off the tee and making an easy par at worst. But my friend Steve, and friend of the channel, Steve Celebre, just texted me a couple days ago how he made eagle on this hole by hitting driver to within 4 feet. So I was kind of goaded into this by his memory of greatness, and instead of greatness, I hit it into these rocks, and I'm pretty much dead here. But for some reason, as I survey the situation, I wonder if I can still get up and down, maybe for birdie, especially as I know that -5 isn't going to win it. I got to take it a little bit lower. At the time, I had no idea the lead was really going to be in the -20s, and I had no business. And you can see in the little map, it's just not good. I should really take a drop. Instead, I go for it again, and it just goes absolutely nowhere. At this point, you would think drop. I try again, and I fail again. And finally, this is where I just kind of realize there's no getting out. I back up, pass the rocks, drop it. I have 55 yards left. Super disappointed at this point. Another wedge, bad shot too. Not a good effort at all, leaving myself short. And now I'm just trying to chip it close. And a decent chip here, but the damage was already done. That is a quad, my friends. And so much for -5 all the way back to -1. That was an ugly hole. Not much you can do to recover from that, so at this point with 2 holes to play, all I'm trying to do is finish in red numbers for the tournament. At least that's something I can hang my hat on. Hit a 6-iron there, a little short, and then try to chip it to within the par save, and I'm successful in that attempt. Final drive of the day. Once again, I hook it into the right junk. It's going to bounce forward a little bit, and not too bad this time. I basically get away with it, but way to the right. Leaving myself just a 9-iron in, but just kind of like the entire day, I come up to the right. It does manage to get onto the green, and I had hopes of finishing with a birdie. 18 feet here, and I come super close, but leave it just on the outside to finish at -1 for the tournament. So in the end, this round was a +375 or +274 with my handicap. Thanks so much for checking out the channel. Your support is appreciated. If you haven't already, if you would consider hitting that subscribe button, that would be fantastic. And next week on tour, we are headed to the Sanctuary Golf Club with a super high elevation of 6,600 yards. So we're going to see a lot of long shots. Should be lots of fun. And we'll see you next week on Golf Quest.